Proxies, welcome back to the channel. My name is Zeno, and that 2.2 live stream just wrapped up earlier tonight. I did stream it all on YouTube here, but it is called Do Not Go Gentle Into the Good Night. And I wanted to give my just quick, casual, honest thoughts on the live stream and just like, I guess what I'm excited about of the upcoming patch of 2.2. There's a lot to be excited about, but I think depending on the player you are, there might actually not be that much to be excited about either. So I guess I'll pass the question on to you first before we get too far into the video. Are you excited about 2.2? Are you a big fan of Obol Squad? Like, I am a massive fan of Obol Squad. So for me specifically, this is going to be a really big patch with a lot of favorite characters, which I've mentioned the last couple of videos in regards to like Silver Soldier, Ambi, Trigger, like Soldier 11, stuff like that. So for me, it's a really big and exciting patch, but I can see this patch maybe for some other people being just kind of maybe average. And I think there's one thing the stream didn't do towards the end that I really would like Zenless devs to just maybe incorporate more into their live streams, just like, which we'll get onto. But before we get started, if you like what I do here, just giving you my average opinion in some casual content, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as I'm trying to get into the ZZZ community more so, and I'm having a ton of fun so far. So let's just do a very quick brief wrap up of everything coming in 2.2. I'll leave a link in the description down below so you can check it out on the ZZZ's channel yourself. It's only 7 minutes long. It pretty much goes over everything. But yeah, let's just get started. So we're going to get a continuation of the main story, and it's going to involve Obol Squad as the primary faction here, which again, I am so excited about because like Soldier 11 is like my second favorite character. Trigger is in my top 5 favorite characters. So is Ambi, and Orphie and Seed look amazing. So far, I'm not going to be pulling Seed purely because I do not have any resources to pull Seed. Otherwise, yes, I would be all in for the petite feet mecha girl. Like, I'm not even going to pretend like I wouldn't be. But right now, I'm going to save and I'm going to go for Orphie because I want her to hopefully buff my Ambi team because I have Ambi in her engine. I have Trigger in her engine. So I'm super excited for that. But both of their gameplays looked really fun. Seed looked like which she needs another attacker in the team. And she also gives a lot of buffs, kind of like a buddy-buddy system, where she gives buffs to the person with the highest attack, an attacker in the team, and then she gets different buffs, and she does attacks, and then she gives them energy, and then the person she's buddying with, they do like EX specials and bursts and whatever, and then they give her energy, and they kind of go back and forth. It turns out Seed does not have Aftershock in her kit. I fully thought she had Aftershock in her kit. When I made my video the other day about like trying to be positive and hopeful towards Silver Soldier Ambi, I was like, yeah, because Seed and Orphie have Aftershocks in their kit, let's wait and see how these characters turn out on the live version of the game. Not the betas, none of that crap. And let's be hopeful and positive. Turns out Seed doesn't have Aftershock in her kit at all. But on the live stream, they did show, when they were showcasing off in depth, Seed and Ambi's gameplay, Seed was paired with Ambi, and they were saying, yeah, that's kind of how you want to do it. Like, you can choose any attacker, and there obviously will be some attackers that will be better than other attackers. But for the most part, they're like, yeah, you can pair Seed and Silver Soldier Ambi together, and they'll actually work fairly well. Now, in reality, how good is that actually going to be once we get the math on it and the content creators have like their pre-release videos and stuff like that? We'll have to actually wait and see, but I'm excited that it's potentially a possibility. Even if I might not be able to grab Seed this time, if I don't, there is a chance that for those that want Seed, they might not fully power creep Ambi, but that, again, we'll just have to wait and see. Orphie's gameplay looked really fun. I'm still not 100% sold, as a professional gooner to beautiful women of all shapes and sizes. I don't mind that she's like a thigh jiggly character and she's cutesy and ditzy, but part of me kind of wished Orphie was a little bit more on the serious side, and I've seen that throughout the community ever since the drip marketing and ever since the 2.1 story, where we kind of met Orphie a little bit in Captain Magus. So because Captain Magus is like the super serious, like, you know, captain of Obol Squad, shooting off fire lasers, and in the trailer getting like really aggressive and stuff, and like the voiceovers and everything. So I'm really curious to see how they bounce off each other. And it also left maybe a potential hint that like in the trailer, it said like when we were born together, insinuating that Captain Magus and Orphie have been together since birth. I really don't know how that works, like, at all. like, at all, but I'm really curious about it. But she looks great. She buffs like aftershock damage in the team. She has like defense shred. She has like an attack buff. I'm going to be getting her for Silver Soldier Ambi because, again, I want her to be the best that she can be. And again, last thing on Silver Soldier Ambi, I swear, and then we'll move on from Ambi. They did say it was like a shadow potential soft hint that they might actually be buffing Silver Soldier Ambi, which is freaking crazy, actually. Especially because, as you guys know, I made a video on it. Flosson's made a couple of videos on it. I know probably other CCs that I'm not aware of have made videos or just like commentary or threads on Reddit. Who knows what, right? But they kind of just said like Silver Soldier Ambi's getting some like dedicated training, and she will unleash her potential real soon, like verbatim. That's not exactly what they said. I'll have to go find it. But I was like, oh my god, like, are they actually potentially going to buff or quality of life fix Silver Soldier Ambi? Yes, please. So maybe, again, these conversations are healthy for the community. If we can help bring more attention to characters, maybe the videos that some of us have made and other people have made over the last few months about Silver Soldier Ambi have actually worked and they've gotten through. So you just never know. So it is always good to have these conversations as long as they're in good faith, because discussions are needed for more feedback for the devs. So hopefully they can create a better game and just better and more fun playable characters. But enough about that in Obol Squad. I know I just ranted a little bit. But let's have a look at what the rest was in the stream. We are going to be getting Seed's story. Now, this is going to be like an agent story, which, side note, I did say this when I was live, but they did say that in the past, I don't remember which live stream it was, that they were trying their best to incorporate agent stories into the actual main stories. Now, obviously, this is going to focus more on like Seed's past. They did reveal a little bit in the live stream about Seed, her past, where she came from, kind of, and that she's like very much an isolated person. And Seed Jr., the big mech that she has, does actually have like a voice. I didn't know it was going to have a voice. It does have a voice. It does have commands. So I'm like, cool. So he's got maybe a potential personality and a voice too. That's really exciting. But so yeah, we'll be getting a Seed agent story to get more of a background and like, you know, backstory, which is always really nice to know more about these characters. As for the banners, I mean, they've been pretty self-explanatory. Seed and Orphie will be the two main banners of the patch. Seed will be phase 1, Orphie will be phase 2, and they'll also come with some reruns. And the two reruns will be Evelyn and Trigger. Now, I'm surprised but not surprised that Silver Soldier Ambi is not rerunning here, because then you would have Seed, Orphie, Silver Soldier Ambi, and Trigger. That's just too much, even for the Heya ZZZ devs. That's too much. But Trigger's going to be there, Orphie's going to be there, Seed's going to be there, and then Evelyn's going to be there as well, in case you're really looking forward to Evelyn and you're not looking to invest in the Obol Squad faction, which I probably see quite a few people doing, to be honest, or it's just going to be a patch for people to save. We're getting a couple of new Bangboos. We're getting Mercury, which is going to be the Bangboo for Obol Squad. He looks so freaking cute and cool. I love Bangboos so goddamn much. I mean, Eos is back there. I love my Bangboo. He fires off like rockets and flamethrowers. He's sick. And then we also get an event Bangboo called Excalibur. He's awesome. He has like the King Arthur sword, and he pulls it out and he like whoops the enemy's ass. And if he can't pull it out of the stone, he actually picks up the stone and the sword and just starts smacking them with both. It's honestly, he looks like one of the better Bangboos. Like, he looks so freaking cute and so fun. But he will be available in a free event, so he will be free for everyone. We'll be getting the normal 10 master tapes, 10 Bangboo Boopon thingies, just to help with the fact that there is always a billion characters to summon every patch. It doesn't really help, but I mean, sure. We'll be getting a ton of the new events from a Band of Brave Bangboo, which is like the tower defense one. We've had this event before. I'm not particularly good at tower defense modes. I'm not even going to pretend like I am. I suck at these things. I use literally YouTube guides to get through the hardest content. I'm just not good at this stuff, but a lot of people do like it. We're going to be having a bit of a combat one called Problem Soldier Boot Camp, which is just going to be using some of the newer characters like Seed and Orphie, so I guess you can have another taste of the characters in case you want to maybe summon for them. There will be a treasure hunt event, another very basic slice of life with baby girl Alan. I'm so excited to see Alan again. And it looks like you're just going around collecting pictures, collecting basic things. A very basic slice of life style event. I'm not going to complain with that. There'll be a combat event called Spotlight Showdown where you get to use again some of the new characters and different team compositions, and you get to, we've had these types of events before where you have to pull off a certain amount of things in the combat. So like they usually seem to be pretty easy though, so hopefully it's a little bit harder than normal, because like you just tend to blitz through these for the max rewards, which again, this game has so many goddamn events every patch. There's like 6 or 7 events bare minimum plus the main story. So if it's easy to get through. But for some of us that like the combat events, I wish they were like a tiny bit harder. One event I'm really excited for is called Rhythm Wave. The music in Zenless Zone Zero is like absolute ridiculously top tier. Like it's my favorite gaming sound, one of my favorite gaming soundtracks of all time at this point. I've been playing games for like 30 years. So I'm really excited about this because this is like a button, you know, rhythm game. You get to go against a bunch of, like, I think Astra's song is in there, Bernice's song is in there, there's a few other really popular EPs in there. I'm really excited about this. Side note, I kind of wish this would be a permanent event in the future, where it's just like every patch they add one of the 2 of the EPs that get added, or just like a couple of the soundtracks, and they just add it to like, it would be so simple. Give us a tiny bit of polys, and then people get to just listen to the songs and play a casual rhythm game. I like rhythm games. I'm not particularly the greatest at them. I don't seem to be particularly the greatest at anything, actually. But I really enjoy them. And the music in this game is just absolute freaking top notch. So I'm looking forward to probably this event, one of the most out of the events. So yeah, let me know if you like rhythm games or you're bad at them, and we can just be bad together, I guess. There'll be another event called Wish Bottle Adrift. This seems like another basic slice of life daily style event where you just hand in a bottle, you send it off, you get poly rewards. We had something very similar recently with, I think it was fishing, and you just go up and you just like go to the guy that was fishing with like the penguin boo or something, and you just get like polys per day and stuff like that. Very simple 2-minute event, no complaining. We get the double drops for all the different materials for both the experience and the different agent materials, and then we also get the double drops for the echo, or not the echo, it's not Withering Waves, for the disk drives and everything like that. Again, this is pretty much every patch, which is great. We get a few quality of lives to do with Swabian Temple when you've reached over rank 45, which I'm still like rank 19. I gotta admit, let me know, do many people play around with the Swabian Temple from 2.0? Like I got the limited events when it was live, and I basically haven't touched it since. So like I just didn't really find that gameplay management system that engaging or exciting, and it was kind of convoluted, and I actually kind of think it dragged down 2.0 just a little bit. It was probably one of the worst parts of 2.0. I enjoyed 2.0. Swabian Temple was just like, I only did it for the limited rewards, and I have not touched it in 2 months since. So I will go back eventually and clean it up, but let me know. I feel like more people don't enjoy this quite as much as the devs would intend, and so they're still optimizing and giving quality of lives for this mode, which is kind of weird because it's been months now, but I guess new players coming into the game, it will be better for them and better for me because I haven't finished it either. A quick system update in the regards to like the little shortcut function optimization, a little preset config function expands the response area, so I guess you can't accidentally click on the wrong thing. Very minor, it's nice to have. I have accidentally clicked on the wrong thing occasionally, but I've played this game since day one, so I'm pretty proficient in how to use the menu, so I don't use the actual wheel dial that often, but hey, quality of life, I'll take it. And then one of the final things was the new disc drive sets. We've got 2 of them, Dawn's Balloon and Midnight Lullaby. Dawn's Balloon is a basic attack damage set that will be best in slot for Seed, and then Moonlight Lullaby is an energy region on the 2-piece, and then it gives 18% damage to the entire team for 25 seconds if you just use your EX Special Ultimate. This set is ridiculous. It's going to be basically best in slot on every single support character in the game, and maybe some other characters that are not even support characters. Also, we just get now access to a second 2-piece energy region, 20%, which is nice if you run a triple 3-piece set, which I do on a Soldier 11. Not that I'd put this on Soldier 11. I'm more curious. I'm going to have to wait and see the math from the TCs and the people that do all the calcs. The basic attack damage set could be potentially like okay maybe for a Soldier 11, maybe an Allen, probably not, but because a lot of Allen's damage specifically has like EX Special and Ultimate. But I'm really curious about this Moonlit Lullaby set. Like, I'm going to be farming this domain anyway because like obviously I'm going to want the new set for all my support agents, and potentially if I would go to Seed or if it's good on Soldier 11. But damn, like this is like the Summit, the Summit set that came in 2.0. It just fucking power creeps everything. And it's just like all your stun agents now want the Summit set. This, every support agent now wants the Moonlight set. It's a little exhausting. I don't mind new sets if they're like more versatile, but because I don't want them like stupidly niche, but at the same time, like I don't want a set so versatile that it replaces every other freaking set in the game for a whole range of characters. Like that's, don't get me wrong, it's not like your characters will not function with the previous sets that you have, but this is nuts. Like, anyway, rant, we'll discuss that more maybe when people have hands-on with the set and they work out the numbers, but crazy 2 sets. One of them's a little niche, and the other one's ridiculously versatile. It's like 2 ends of the spectrum, like what are you doing? And that kind of wraps it up, actually. That was pretty much mostly everything. I probably forgot maybe 1 or 2 things, so let me know if I've forgotten anything, but 2.2 looks just okay. Now, I said at the start of the video, the ZZZ devs are missing something that they should be adding in. And I think for this specific patch, because it's so Obol Squad centric, I think that for people that are not summoning for Obol Squad characters, and then everyone's kind of there as like a filler character rerun, but people that are not going for Seed, I know Seed's not Aftershock, but she still needs like potentially Obol Squad characters, or she needs another attack character, so you need probably someone else really powerful. Very curious to see how she actually ends up working out once people get her hands on Seed. I'm curious what people are going to be looking forward to, because like, again, I'm a massive Obol fan squad guy. I'm super excited, but if you're not an Obol fan squad person, I don't know how exciting this patch is. Like lots of basic mini games and events, which are like fun depending on who you are, because it's very preference. And then the main story, I mean, I'm liking where the main story's going, but I know a lot of people are kind of indifferent because 2.0 was kind of average, 2.1 was a lot better, but again, if you didn't like Alice and Yuzuha, it's kind of like, eh. Obol Squad, I feel like, is a little bit more important to the overall story arc and more fan favorite, but again, if you don't like that faction, it's like, maybe this is just a patch where you save up a bunch of polys for a rerun of another character? I don't know, but overall, the thing that I said was missing, which I keep forgetting to add in, they didn't give it. I feel like they should tease us a bit more with what's to come in the future. Because if people aren't excited about Obol Squad and the story and the patch coming, you need something to hook the players for the future patches. Now, as someone who covers Wuthering Waves extensively on the channel, the good thing about a lot of their dev streams is at the very end, they'll always tease that little something more, like here's the last dev stream for Wuwa, because 2.6 are up to now, they tease something between 2 characters, Cardathea and Gelbrenna, and it was like a 3 to 5 second tease, and all of a sudden everyone in the community, including myself, are like, what the fuck? Like, just give that little tease. So in case you're not interested in this patch, you don't have players dropping the game, skipping the patch, button mashing their way through it, not doing all the events or the story, and they're like, well, I might not like this patch, but that tease at the end of a character or a scene or a story thing, that's really exciting. So I'm going to get through this patch to get to the one that's going to come after. I feel like Zenless needs to do this a little bit more often, because this dev stream didn't have amazing quality of life. There was only a couple of really small ones. Usually they have a lot more. And while I'm excited for it, because I'm a little biased towards this patch specifically, I can see a lot of players being like, eh. Like, eh. And then if you don't tease something for another future patch, you could lose some players. And I think the devs really need to capture people who are not interested in a certain patch. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'll leave the video there. I've gone on far longer than I thought I would. It says 20 minutes. Oh dear God. Anyway, let me know what you think of 2.2 from the dev stream. What did you think of the stream? I thought it was average. It just seemed like a decent patch for people that, like me, like Obol Squad. But if you don't, I feel like a lot of people, this might be a very average patch with basic events and, you know, main story, and like now you have to farm for every support thanks to this Moonlight Lullaby. God damn it. Anyway, I'll leave the video there. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of the live stream, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. So thank you very much for watching and or listening, and as always, my name is Zeno, and you guys take care now, and I'm out of breath. It is 20 to 6 in the morning and I'm recording videos. What am I doing with my life?